Gentlemen, let's get honest for a moment. How many times have you quietly wondered, am I actually giving my partner the kind of pleasure she truly wants? It's not the type of question most men ask their friends. It's not the kind of thing you'll find a real answer to in locker room talk, and certainly not something pornography prepares you for. In fact, it does the opposite. Most men walk into adulthood with misinformation, unrealistic expectations, and silent insecurity about intimacy. So today, we're clearing that up with real science, real relationship psychology, and real medical understanding. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Nerita, board-certified urologist with over 12 years of hands-on experience helping men strengthen their health, confidence, and intimate relationships. I've spoken with thousands of men in their 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 60 seconds, and even 80 seconds who all share the same goal. I want to be a better partner. I want to last longer. I want her to feel fulfilled. And after 12 years in this field, I can tell you one thing with absolute certainty. The men who succeed in intimacy aren't the strongest, the youngest, or the most physically gifted. They're the men who understand connection, awareness, communication, and emotional presence. So today, we're breaking down the 5 essential intimacy principles that will help you create the kind of experience your partner actually wants, not the one you think she wants. Before we start, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I love seeing this global community of men learning and growing together. Section 1, let's clear up the biggest myth. For decades, men have been fed one lie over and over. Sex is about size and speed. You hear it in jokes, you see it in adult content, you hear it in exaggerated stories among younger men. But here's the truth backed by research. Most women value rhythm, emotional presence, communication, and consistency far more than size. Most prefer attunement, not aggression. Most enjoy connection, not performance. Most dislike pressure, rushing, or intensity too early. When men focus on performing, 2 things happen. They enter their own head and lose awareness. They miss their partner's signals entirely. This leads to finishing too quickly, performance anxiety, misreading her cues, feeling disconnected. But when men slow down, pay attention, and approach intimacy with intelligence instead of impulse, everything changes. This is where our 5 principles come in. Principle 1, start with emotional and physical warm-up. Most men experience rapid arousal. Most women require gradual, layered stimulation, physically and emotionally. The female body needs time to increase blood flow, relax pelvic muscles, activate nerve pathways, build natural lubrication, transition from neutral to engaged. When men rush, women often feel discomfort or emotional disconnection. So what does starting slow really mean? It means being patient. It means letting her body warm up at its own pace. It means focusing on closeness, contact, and emotional reassurance. When a man demonstrates patience, her physiology responds, sensitivity increases, comfort increases, emotional trust deepens, pleasure becomes more accessible. Starting slow is not about restraining yourself. It's about building a foundation that makes the entire experience exponentially better for both partners. Principle 2, use anticipation, not just action. One of the most powerful psychological drivers of pleasure is anticipation. Men often misunderstand this, thinking more intensity equals more satisfaction. But intimacy is not just physical, it's neurological. When you build anticipation by gradually increasing and decreasing stimulation without explicit detail, you engage the brain's reward circuits. This heightens emotional and physical response. She feels more attuned, more alert, more excited, more emotionally connected. The key takeaways: build momentum gradually. Don't rush the peak. Anticipation strengthens connection. Pleasure is not STR. 8-line. It's a dynamic rhythm. Principle 3. Change pace and patterns mindfully. One of the biggest intimacy mistakes men make is falling into repetitive patterns. The same pace, same rhythm, same approach, the body adapts and sensitivity drops. Variety keeps the experience alive emotionally, neurologically, and relationally. Here's why. The brain responds strongly to novelty. Nerve pathways stay alert. Emotional engagement remains high. It prevents monotony and performance fatigue. Adapting your pace and depth without describing explicit actions keeps both partners connected and comfortable. This principle also helps you manage stamina because you're not locked into one demanding pattern the entire time. Principle 4, prioritize her primary source of pleasure. Here's the truth. Most men were never taught. The majority of women experience peak pleasure externally, not internally. This doesn't mean penetration has no value, far from it. It means intimacy is a full body, full emotional connection experience, not a mechanical one. When you emphasize closeness, body contact, steady pressure, synchronized movement, emotional presence, you activate far more of her natural pleasure pathways. This creates deeper connection, longer lasting enjoyment, increased emotional bonding, reduced performance pressure for you, a more balanced experience. For you, this approach often reduces overstimulation, helping you maintain control and last longer. Principle 5, pay attention. Awareness is your superpower. If you forget everything else today, remember this. Your greatest intimacy skill is not physical, it is observational. A woman's body communicates constantly. Breath patterns, muscle tension, vocal responses, how tightly she holds you, her rhythm matching yours or shifting. These are real-time signals. When a man learns to read and respond to these cues, she feels deeply understood. Her emotional safety increases. Her arousal amplifies. Your confidence grows. The experience improves dramatically for both of you. Intimacy is not about perfection, it's about presence. A man who listens with his eyes, ears, hands, and heart instantly becomes more skilled than a man who relies on techniques without awareness. The confidence reset. Let's pause here, because some of you may be feeling pressure, insecurity, guilt, fear of disappointing someone. Maybe you've struggled with stamina. Maybe anxiety has gotten in your way. Maybe you've felt disconnected or not enough. Let me reassure you, you are not broken. You are not too old. You are not past your prime. You can improve. At any age, I've worked with men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s who developed more skill, more confidence, and more connection than they ever had when they were younger. Not because they were stronger, but because they were more aware, more emotionally grounded, and more patient. That is where real intimacy mastery comes from. Action plan. Summary. Here's the simplified version you can remember. Start slow. Give her body and emotions time to warm up. Build anticipation. Pleasure grows when you pace it. Change rhythm. Variety engages her body and your stamina. Focus on connection. Emotional presence amplifies physical pleasure. Pay attention. Her body will guide you if you listen. Apply these principles and you will see changes quickly in her responses and in your own confidence. Final message. Gentlemen, here's the truth most men never hear. Women don't want a performance. They want an experience, one built on trust, awareness, presence, and communication. When you approach intimacy with curiosity instead of pressure, compassion instead of ego, and awareness instead of fear, you become a partner she feels safe with, excited by, and deeply connected to. And that is what makes you unforgettable. If this helped you, hit that like button so it reaches other men. Subscribe to the channel for weekly guidance on men's health and relationships. And comment below, which principle are you going to apply first? Remember, your age does not define your capability. Your willingness to learn does. I'm Dr. Nerita. Take care of your health, your confidence, and your relationships. You deserve nothing less.